Thank you to Babbel for sponsoring this video. More on them after the reaction.
What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? Thank you all so much for joining Aaron, Alexander, and I for the Invincible finale of Season 2. Thank you for being on this journey with us. Been loving this show since day one. Aaron, how you feeling that we're finally here?
I'm feeling so good. I'm ready to be watching some Invincible. What's going down with Mark? What's going down with Amber? What's going to happen? Is he going to die? I don't know.
What's going to happen with Alan? There's so many questions that will be left as cliffhangers for Season 3. Can't wait to find out what is what. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill by this point. Leave a like on this video. Also, thank you to Prepper for helping us edit down each and every one of these highlights. And thank you to all who have been joining us at our Patreon page, becoming super sexy rejects over there. You support the channel and you'll get yourself some extra content. There you get the full-length reaction watch along where you sync up with your own copy of Invincible. And we cover things exclusively with highlights and watch alongs included. Aaron, you ready to get this show on the road?
I am so ready. Oh my God.
That's what I love to hear, brother.
Oh my God.
Who are we with?
This Shoss. Who do we know who can do that besides Immortal and Invincible? What's that? Is that Omni-Man?
Or a Viltrumite? Oh,
It is Omni-Man. Prison Break?
They really reserve his presence. I think they're testing him or something.
Oh, wow. I feel like we missed something.
Only Viltrumites can design weapons strong enough to take down a Viltrumite. Nice.
Ooh, damn.
They didn't tell you who I was, did they?
Enough.
Eh.
Kregg. You came all the way out here for me?
You know I wouldn't miss this.
You flatter me.
That's right. They didn't meet at the end of the episode 4.
You've passed inspection. Finally fit for your execution.
Yeah, see, I was wondering if they were testing him in a way.
Congratulations.
Erotic music.
New character in the finale?
Run it off, man.
You got this.
One day at a time.
It's gonna kill me. Oh, Christ.
One day at a time.
Keep it going. Pain is weakness leaving the body.
You'll feel...
Hey.
like $1 million.
That was really funny.
That was awesome.
You could kill me before I snap her neck. I'm not
Jesus
sure.
Christ.
You could try if you like.
Keeps having the ladies in his life get held by the neck, man.
Oh my God. I need to cut that crap out.
And before I forget, I'm blocking all signals within these 4 walls.
Oh, he's smart.
Who are you and what do you want?
He made me call you. He said he'd hurt us if we didn't. Mark.
He was talking to me.
I don't know why you're here, but I'm warning you.
You really don't remember who I am.
Oh, that hurts.
When we met before, you hadn't done this to me.
You kind of did it to yourself.
Oh, God. You're that guy.
That guy? That's all you remember of me? That I was that?
Hey.
I am Angstrom Levy, and you made me into a monster.
I didn't do anything to you. Your machine blew up.
You did this!
Oh.
Activate the baby's
Not the
powers.
baby.
You need help. Let me just...
I had help. I had the best doctors in a dozen dimensions. They saved my life, rebuilt my body, but even they couldn't fix this.
Man, he is screwed up beyond belief. All these consciousnesses in his head.
Date a blind girl.
Always have a reminder of you and what you did. Oh, I agree. Come get me.
Oh.
Not smart, Mark.
Let's dimension travel. Yes, let's see other planets or worlds.
Go back in the hole. Go back in the hole.
Historic age?
Oh, shit.
It
is. Now, is this a different planet or time travel?
How is this possible?
It's Jurassic Park. Oh.
If I wasn't looking right at it.
I thought sapiens were extinct.
Interesting. Like the
That's
future?
cool.
Your dino future?
We can share.
I smelled it first. It's mine.
Oh, hell yeah. I love how weird this is.
No one's eating me.
Egads, it speaks.
I've never heard tell of a talking sapien.
They say speak the same language.
I only care how it tastes.
Back, you brute! If it talks, it thinks.
It flies too. Its wings must be invisible.
I want my taste.
Oh, he's just toying with him.
You know, I haven't encountered him in any other reality yet.
Ooh, interesting.
We got the best reality.
He's unique.
Your little family is safe. As long as I don't determine that the only way to hurt you is to hurt them. So do them a favor and die.
Oliver!
No!
He's gonna fly.
Ouch.
Oh,
Ouch.
damn, Debie. Okay, good.
Whoa.
Spider-Man! What?
What? Or Spider-Man like? Is this Spider-Man?
This is totally Spider-Man. What the hell, dude? And Doc Ock. This is great.
Oh, shit.
This is so cool.
Whoa.
Talk about your bad luck.
Yes! It's Josh Keaton. It's Josh Keaton.
I didn't mean to.
Hey, thanks, pal.
Whoa.
Let's get this guy webbed up.
What the that?
No, are you trying to hurt this old man?
I saw the portal. I know you're from another dimension. Way too much experience with that, especially lately.
That's so great.
I'm the good guy here, and Mr. Mechanical Arms is not.
Whoa. They can't just say my name.
Man, how am I supposed to?
This is great.
Told you.
This is awesome.
The arachnid? Is that what it's?
Yeah, that must be what the A stands for. Yeah. They really towed the line there. I think in the comics they did team up at one point.
One wrong move and they fall.
I'm not going to think about anything else now. Let's go back to Spider-Man.
Give me the spinoff.
You're not gonna hurt them. I don't know what game you're playing, but you're not a killer. I'm sorry.
Use empathy.
Oh, do the anime maneuver. Talk to his heart.
After all the pain and suffering you've caused?
No, keep trying this method, Invincible. Keep trying it.
No. I wouldn't save him. Not me, not ever. Couldn't.
Uh-oh.
Spider glitch.
Spider-Verse.
Justice will come for you. For all the friends we've lost to your senseless cruelty. For all the families you've torn.
I hope we see another memory that is not a flashback. There we go.
Daddy, I miss Mommy.
Pet fox?
Me too, man.
Chainsaw's scared.
But you tell Chainsaw.
I wonder which Angstrom Levy is the prime one that we're seeing in Mark's universe right now. Oh.
Oh, poor Angstrom. You actually thought you could hide from me?
Whoa, Mark with a cape.
You're making me feel bad, man. I'll tell you what.
Oh.
I'll kill the boy quickly.
Whoa-y.
Poor guy.
I mean, you wanted everyone's memories, and now it's just a dog pile of tragedy.
Yeah, he's rejecting his hate on this version of Mark based off all their other experiences. Oh, man. I get it, but like, man, it's misplaced. He can help you. Oh, man, no.
Oh, they were more than the living. Damn.
Ooh.
Damn.
Sheesh. Cheeks.
It's like in every universe he wants Angstrom to suffer.
Post-apocalyptic, yeah. Wow. Ugh. Like it's nothing. That's sick.
I would never save him. He deserves to die right now.
No, Mark, show that you are different from the rest.
I am done playing your game.
Are they?
That
He's gonna
is
cut him in half.
threat. No, or he's going to transport them somewhere he can't find them.
You want to kill me? Fine, let them go.
But what would be the fun in that?
You can't hurt me with that.
Oh, you clever bastard. Whoa, some type of apocalyptic landscape. Maybe if you can really understand why he hates him.
Oh,
yes, walkers! Love it.
Just fly up.
Maybe I should leave him somewhere time runs quicker. I didn't learn how long his kind can go without food.
Ooh.
Come on, Oliver, activate.
Not very smart.
Mark, you gotta learn there's another way. You gotta stop charging at him, please.
You think you're innocent in all this? In so many other dimensions, you join your husband and son when they slaughter millions.
Holy shit, really?
Whoa.
Did not see that coming.
Your family's legacy is blood.
Ugh.
You make it sound like this is the one world where Mark is good, and you're the one who's bad.
What?
Oh,
Way to flip it.
that's why you're so angry. Because you turned out rotten here, and Mark is the hero for once.
You don't know anything!
You're proving her point.
You kind of just proved your point, right?
I'm not the villain!
Shit. I can't believe he just did that.
Broke her arm.
It's okay.
No, they're not going to
Don't
kill
kill
her.
Jesus, her arm.
Okay.
Come on, Oliver. Come on,
I'm
Oliver.
going to make your son hurt. I'm gonna make you hurt.
Whoa. Oh, I hate him so much right now.
I have no idea what he's done to my mom or my brother.
How did you get here? Where did...
Whoa.
Oh, shoot.
No, I mean, you're a man who dresses like a bat,
bat?
and your name is... Don't you think that's kind of lazy?
That's awesome.
This is over!
Mark.
Mom,
He beat her more?
I mean, time's just been working very different for Mark.
Remember those doctors I told you about? The ones who rebuilt my body? They also improved it.
Okay, at least he went with him this time.
Why do you think I was softening you up? I don't want you to die in some random dimension.
God damn. It's like a more harrowing version of that Thor the Dark World fight.
With myself.
Yeah, I can see that. Also reminds me of the trailer for Across the Spider-Verse with Miles Miguel fighting.
I mean, you gotta murder this guy. Or take the higher road. I don't know. Murder him.
This doesn't end until you and your family are dead.
Stop threatening my family!
Good. Yeah, I did it.
You have no idea what I've been through! How much I've been holding back!
Title card.
He's beating him like his dad beat him at the end of the season 1. Oh my God.
I'll never let...
Whoo. Jesus.
Oh my God.
I think he did it. I think he got him, Mark.
How are you gonna get back if you murder him, Mark? Whoa, that is kind of...
That's so much blood.
That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, you let your rage take over, man.
Oh, there's like brains on his hands.
Brains on his everything.
I mean, in a lot of ways, he won, not Mark. Like Armstrong won because he wanted to bring out the killer in him.
I thought you were stronger.
I like the role he plays in messing with Mark's identity, since so much of this season's been about identity. As much as his life is short-lived in this season, it factors in a lot thematically. How are you going to get back? What took you so long, Cecil?
He made me do it. It was an accident, but he made me do it. I did it. I had to.
Uh-oh.
I had no other choice.
Uh-oh.
I lost control.
There you go. Admit
I
that.
wanted to kill him.
There you go. Get into with the truth.
I thought he was stronger. He told me he was stronger.
Starting to sound a little bit like your dad, despite the context being very different.
He took me here and I killed him. I'm stuck here. I can't get home now. I'm gonna die here.
Oh, he's cracking.
The council states that in order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be whole and intact, worthy to stand and face the end of his life at full strength.
How are we tying this all together, man?
I merely wanted to stand. I'll walk out of here on my own. Don't try anything.
Is Alan gonna
I
help him?
accepted my fate long ago. Move, scum!
Ah! Yup.
Holy crap. The plan worked. Why are you here? For you, man. I'm here for you. Talk soon.
Oh, interesting.
Stranded yet again.
I like that we're letting this breathe.
Although I don't think talking to yourself is the best thing right now, but it's not like you got anyone else to talk to, right? So inside your head, outside your head, what's the difference?
I like that they acknowledge that.
There's gotta be something. Maybe something on Angstrom's body. Maybe his body could somehow still...
Oh. What? Oh, whoa.
Alternate versions.
Whoa.
Oh, trippy. Older alternate versions.
You look terrible.
Or is this them from the future?
Oh.
Eve, is that you?
Not the me you know.
Okay,
Not
all right.
anymore, at least.
What is that anymore? Elaborate.
Robot looks thicker.
I did something horrible.
We know. The only logical reason for you to be stuck in this dimension would be if you injured or killed Angstrom Levy during your fight.
Oh.
We knew this long ago.
It just happened.
Maybe for you. For us, it was 20 years ago.
Okay, so it is them. You aged terribly in the last 20 years, man.
There were 4 working time machines in Guardian custody.
Wow.
The world where you've been missing all these years, it's not good.
We've already said too much. Any more and we could disrupt the time stream.
Whoa.
Mark, I'm opening a portal that will send you home.
To his time? Or to
Yeah.
the 20 years later time?
I think to his time where he's meant to be.
I don't know if I would have survived here.
You did, but you wouldn't like what you had become.
Whoa.
Mark, wait. I love you, Mark.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Eve,
No, don't tell me. Tell her.
Oh, man, this is crazy. Oh, I got so much to say.
Or tell her you don't love her. Just tell her something. Tell her something so that she can go on with her life.
Whoa.
This is wild. Because you have to remember, like, technically within this mark, he just broke up with Amber, like, that same day.
Yeah.
What? Rex's
You weren't paying attention when we discussed not damaging the time.
Rex's robot now. Holy
Shut up,
shit.
No,
Rex.
remember he had Rex's body.
No, he just said Rex.
Oh, it
She
is
said
Rex. Oh, shit, you're right. Damn. It's confusing because he took over Rex's TNA.
No, Rex and Rudy have different voices.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, good catch.
Mom, I'm okay, Mark.
Wow, that's scary. She's not superhuman at all.
Is it over? Oh, Mark.
Wow, they both got black
poor
eyes.
guy. Oh, like a child curled up with his mom.
If you're looking for some alone time, this isn't the most secluded place in the world, kid. You didn't have a choice. Don't beat yourself up over it. You're not your dad, Mark.
you weren't there. I just lost it.
But there's a lot of context.
You didn't cross the line. You kept your mom and your brother safe. End of story.
I don't know, Cecil.
Definitely did
Stop.
both.
There's a version where you did both, yeah.
If the bad guys are dead and the good guys are alive, that's a good day.
How do you know the difference?
All the bad guys are usually the ones who break people's arms. You're not him.
You weren't there.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
he
ac-
went
the
pretty
action-
hard.
The way visually it was very reflective of Omni Man, but there's so much different context to what happened. You know, the guy was pushing him to that point.
Your transformations are a problem. You've expressed that yourself, and I fix problems. So I wanted to fix your problem. I'm sorry if along the way I became a problem myself.
Aw,
As apologies go, that's not a bad one.
I feel you there, man. That's a touching ass love line.
And I get that you want to help. Just talk to me first, like a person. But hey, if you do figure out how to stop me from getting younger, I'd appreciate it.
I don't know if he does, because...
He went in there and punched those fish.
Immortal, I'm sorry. I never told
What?
you.
What?
A 0K? Holy crap.
Always kept hidden and lived through a copy, just in case.
Wow.
I was so tired of dying.
So no one died?
I was gonna walk away, become someone else, but I couldn't because of you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
It's okay.
Aw, semi messed up what you did, duplicate.
Right? Have a whole funeral.
A whole funeral. People really grieved over you. This guy totally lost his shit.
Lost his identity.
Archaeologist. What's going on here?
Are we revisiting the thing from season 1? I think we are. Don't do that. Don't open that. Don't open that. Yeah. It's not good. That's no good. Don't do that.
She's dressed like Ellie Sadler. And she's dressed like Alan, representing the Jurassic Park characters. Man, this show really rewards you for memory.
Yeah. It was so quick in season 1. Like, blink if you miss it. It was in the opening of one of the episodes.
That's a recent corpse.
Yep.
Oh, Dad.
Dad?
Huh?
Who will succumb to my influence? Bow to God!
What the hell is going on?
Wait. You're both female?
And?
I must inhabit a living male host to escape the curse of this tomb.
That's sexist.
What?
Did we just do it again? They just did it again. That's hilarious.
I want to do what you do.
Oh, man.
I want to be just like you.
You will be, son. You will.
Oh, wow.
You know who else said that to me?
I'm not my dad.
Oh, shit, man. Where are you traveling to?
We're breaking the sound barrier right now? Where are we going?
Your father will be executed, and you will return to Earth.
Is she just going to go to the prison?
Maybe he is. Or he's going to go where Alan is to try to help them stop the Viltrumites.
Good to be home, right, Oliver?
Yes, Nanny.
Wow. Restored as if nothing happened.
Things are gonna be different now, aren't they? I was starting to feel like we were getting close to some version of normal, but now...
Man, it's crazy that their black guys are on the same side, too.
I'm quitting college. I'm missing all my classes, and the more I think about it, what's the point?
I know things have been tough, but this is your future you're talking about. You can't just quit college.
Why does he need to go to college?
Right? Like, why does he need a normal job at all?
I have to get better. I have to learn how to control myself. It's important.
It's also, he doesn't fit in with the rest of the college people.
Do you understand?
Mark, I do.
Kind of refreshing to see such a strong mother-son dynamic.
Yeah, we don't see that too often.
Cecil told us all about what happened with that psychopath. Is your mom okay?
She's a lot stronger than she looks.
How are you, though?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, sure. But you know I'm always here for you.
I would lead with, I met you 20 years from now.
There's something else I want to talk to you about.
Scared of connection, scared of connection.
He doesn't want her to get hurt either.
It's nothing. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mark. It's not fair. You don't deserve this.
Aw.
Born into it, he didn't have a choice, really.
Robert Kirkman wrote this one.
You there? I'm here, alien. Oh, come on, man. It's Alan. I heard about what you did on Thraxa. We are on the same side now. We're not. Mark told me all about it. But you saw Mark? Leave him out of this. This isn't his fight. Let the boy have a moment of peace.
Oh.
I feel shame and regret for my actions. I
Yeah.
see the suffering of lesser beings, and it upsets me.
What a fascinating arc.
What I did on Earth, the pain and destruction I caused was immeasurable.
Wow.
What I did to those people.
This is incredible.
Yeah, and your people are doing that on 1,000 different planets right now. But you can help us stop them.
Use that pain to motivate you.
I deserve death.
Oh, you deserve redemption, homie.
I don't know if you deserve redemption, but you
Well,
should
he deserves,
act on it.
deserves to make things right.
And yet, what is it? I think I miss my wife.
No. Okay.
Man.
Okay. Let's talk about this episode. Hello there, esteemed viewer of The Real Rejects. I, Greg Alba, language connoisseur and worldly gentleman, am here to bestow upon you the secrets of Babbel. Babbel is an engaging language learning app designed for real-life conversations, offering quick 10-minute lessons tailored by linguistic experts to effectively teach you a new language. Its conversation-based approach, enhanced with speech recognition technology, makes Babbel worth trying for anyone looking to learn at their own pace, anytime, anywhere. My dear friends, in this age of monolingual mundanity, Babbel is our beacon of hope, crafted by an army of over 150 language experts. Their lessons are like linguistic caviar, rich, refined, and oh so satisfying. Personal tale of triumph. I once whispered sweet nothings in Spanish, or for the layman, Espanol, to my wife, courtesy of Babbel. Her reaction, well, I'll tell you, she was utterly bewitched. Greg, you silver-tongued devil, no paraphrase. She exclaimed such vocabulary as I basked in the glory of my perfect pronunciation. Because Babbel isn't just about learning words. It's about embracing the art of conversation with podcasts, live classes, and a veritable smorgasbord of interactive lessons. I know the words I'm saying. And their speech recognition? It's like having a personal language butler, ensuring every syllable is impeccably crisp. Now brace yourselves for an offer of monumental proportions. Here's a special limited time deal for our viewers and listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but again, only for our viewers at babbel.com/rejects. 55% off at babbel.com/rejects. Spelled BABBEL.com/rejects. Rules and restrictions may apply. Join me, the Greg Alba, in the adventure of language mastery at Babbel. We shall not just learn, no, nay, we shall conquer the world of communication. Or as they say in Spanish, comunicación. We're done with this ad. I get afraid to theorize too much because I know a lot of people here who watch the show have also read the comics, and we're intentionally not reading the comics.
Nope.
Because who wants to make the effort? No, it just makes for more. Sometimes it makes for a more enjoyable time when you have it's so unexpected. You just never know what direction shit's gonna go. And I see the reflection sometimes in the comments with certain top comments of like, oh man, if you think it's crazy now, wait till you get to this part. And I'm like, I don't want to read anymore. Like, nope, I don't want to read anymore. Nope. Yeah. So I'll try not to open up too many multiverse doors there to possible things that people talk about.
I see what you did there.
But I would like to. I really love this season a lot. I prefer this season over the first one.
Really?
I do. I know Aaron's on a big kick right now with season 1 because he did a rewatch and he's all proud of himself.
Season 1 is great. Season 1 is fantastic.
I know it is. I think this one definitely ends more where it doesn't feel completed. However, season 1 still ends in a way where obviously there's more story to tell and it's not complete. How would I say? Like season 1 feels like it's done, but you still need a sequel. This feels like it's part of a chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I really like this chapter a lot. I just vibed with this one so much so with everything that it had a consistent theme throughout of identity and existentialism that we keep bringing up. And I think the way they did the narrative through line was very effective, I would say. Yeah. Like, especially with the Armstrong character, I was surprised by how...
Angstrom?
Come on, Armstrong. Angstrom. Angstrom, yeah. Whatever. I'm sure I said it wrong many times. Hey, man, I did all right. I told the patrons. My stomach's been like really hurting all day. And I was like, I'm not going to tell people on YouTube, but I'm because if I didn't bring its attention on YouTube during it, then I didn't want people like misreading anything if I seemed off. But anyway, what was I saying, Aaron? Now I'm losing my train of thought. Angstrom.
Angstrom
I had
Levy.
to really justify why I got his name wrong. I had to really explain it. And
You're gonna get mad
I don't
at
want to
you.
look like a fool.
Oh, you're talking about how you like the themes of this season.
Oh yeah. You know, like and sometimes multiversal ideas that just presenting that often can open up the door for where's it going to go? We're going to see like a bunch of different fun dimensions. Like what direction is really going to go down? Is sometimes it just feels like a hack job of, hey, look, fun alternate version. Or does it actually do something to the character's identity? Does it actually factor in some way? And while we didn't do this whole thing of exploring, like we didn't have episodes or significant runtime, I would say, dedicated to going through the multiverses. Maybe down the road we will. But this season we didn't. I still loved how Angstrom's character served a bigger purpose for what it challenges for Mark to form his identity. You know, like his time here, his presence on the show. It's one of those characters where screen time might not be a lot, but the impact of his character is going to be long lasting because of what it did to Mark. And especially at the challenge of, in every universe, essentially, Mark is a bad dude. Mark is Omni-Man's son. You know, he is truly like the evil Viltrumite. And he's got this standard to himself of not killing, and it seems like in any context, even though he has killed before, right?
I don't think so. No,
really, he's never
crossed that line.
never killed. So part of my brain was going, I thought he killed before, but I guess this was the first time they truly made a moment out of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Has he
definitely
really never killed anybody before.
He's really injured people, and maybe aliens.
I don't think
maybe
he's
another
ever,
human.
Yeah, human. That's what I was thinking. I don't think he's ever killed a human.
Yeah, like he's definitely injured people for sure, like majorly. Like I think of like those aliens that age really quickly in the first season.
Yeah, he's killed. I believe nothing really comes to mind because it's never. I don't recall any like significant. But for a human being, he's never killed, and it's really easy to be in the audience seat and go, "Well, dude, I mean, he had your family hostage. He broke your mom's wrists. Of course, you're gonna. He was pushing you. He wanted to bring the killer out of you, and in a lot of ways, that's his ultimate version of winning: is bringing out the killer. It's almost akin to like, if Joker got Batman to kill him, Joker would have won.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's not as much of a maniacal glee that Angstrom is taking in that form, it's still kind of a big part of the purpose of the fight. But when you are in the driver's seat of doing the action of killing, it's a very big difference, but especially when you have an opportunity to stop. You know, it's the fact that he didn't stop and he decided to execute without thinking. But he was like stranded forever and lost through time and put into all kinds of battles. He was being tortured for something that wasn't his fault, you know? So I like to, of course, in an audience scene, I'm like, oh, dude, come on. It makes sense that you would do that. Yeah, there's like so many reasons why. Whereas what Omni-Man did in season 1 was just in the name of conquest.
Yeah.
Very different thing.
The name of duty.
Yeah. So I just really love, and I love how weird this got. This season got so bizarre.
Yeah.
in ways that I thought they never like my one nitpick is maybe the comedy beat of the mummy rising and being like, wait a minute, you're a female, like breaking character to sound modern and be like, wait a minute, you're female. It's like, I thought like the one part that maybe could have been a little more witty in some way. But other than like that 2 seconds, I really loved this season a lot. Could use more Omni-Man. Would have helped boost the views.
Omni-Man would have been great. Yeah. I would say I really, really enjoyed the season. I think overall, I still prefer season 1. Main reason being that I felt like there were so many things that they were setting up, whether it be Martian Man or the predecessor to him. What do you remember his name? The shapeshifter.
No, dude, I've been calling him Armstrong.
No, I meant the shapeshifter. Like
I know. My point is, why would I remember the shapeshifter's name? I call him Armstrong. I remember as Anissa, and that's because She's the hot Viltrumite.
The hots for her.
I don't remember that name.
The cheekbones, though. But yeah, I think that, but between the stuff with Immortal, between the stuff with Monster Girl and Rudy / Robot, the Omni-Man stuff, there was a lot more plot that was spread out. So like Mark is obviously the title character, so there's this sense of priority over him, of course. But like there's some episodes where we don't get Adam Eve, and not to say that we need all these characters in every scenario. I think the show has done a great job of cultivating an interesting cast of characters to like it's almost its detriment to the fact that we want to see more from them, but we don't get to in this period of time. And then not to mention, because of production problems or whatever, they're spreading across this show's release. The first half released in November, the second half released in March, and I want to invest in these characters. I want to see them, but I'm not getting as much of them as I would like to. But as for the characters I am getting a lot of, I'm really enjoying those things. I'm really enjoying seeing Mark's journey and where he's been from the start of the season, through the beginning of the first season and through where he is now, and how the arc that he goes through in this season is almost like the inverse of what he went through in the first season, where his entire driving force in the first season was the fact that he wanted to be like his dad. He wanted to be this great hero that can save everybody, that can fight all the biggest, baddest villains out there, because he cares about the little guy, and his dad views them as lesser, at least at the time. And now, since the finale, his entire arc is, I don't want to be my dad. And even though we did it Angstrom Levy from the beginning point, I really enjoyed the subversion of what that character was, even though he wasn't too prevalent in the series, and he was like I guess the big bad of the season, but I don't even know if I quantify him as that, because he doesn't have an effect on anything else in the season outside of what it does for Mark's arc. And like we see him go to other worlds and like see other Marks and like see the alternate version of Cecil and Donald, which we don't really get much of in this finale. And I think they touch them a little bit like throughout the show. But anyway, I think seeing what he does in the finale really is less about how he affects the universe at large, but more so how Mark's Achilles heel is triggered. Like something really prominent in season 1, and is the fact that Mark has this major anger underlying when he's in points of stress or great tension. And like it makes me think of the episode with Titan, or the episode with the aliens that they age really slowly. Like when he is activated, he kind of loses a little bit, and that form of uncontrollable rage is the part of himself that he fears the most, and that is confirmed when he is pushed to the point of killing Angstrom Levy, which I liked that point. I liked where the last episode ended into this episode, because it feels like a comic book cliffhanger, like for a flip through issue. But seeing that this whole first half of the episode is just that entire interaction and like the frustrating process he has to go through in order to try to save his family until he ultimately kills the villain, only adds to that choice or that reaction that he has in that moment. And I like that the rest of that episode is just him by himself trying to process what he did. I could easily see how this plays out in panels, like the dialogue bubbles of him trying to like rectify or rationalize why he did what he did. And I like that we don't see in a lot of other comic book media characters getting to process their emotions and feelings like that, because I think that's the stuff that really endears us to characters, is those moments of reflection, is the guilt, is all the emotions that come in between those feelings from the highs to the lows. And watching that all just made me really appreciate the show a lot. And I think I've stayed with that appreciation for the entire time we've been watching the show. But something that I did like towards the end of that whole period is when the Guardians from the future come and see Mark, and then Adam Eve tells Mark that she has feelings for him. And I love that moment, because it's been 20 years for her, and it's like the regret of the things she didn't say. That's something that she's been ruminating on for years and years just to get to this moment for Mark. But in Mark's perspective, he just broke up with Amber that day, and he probably has inklings of feelings for Adam Eve that he had before he was with Amber. But obviously, since he got into a relationship with him, that was the primary focus. But now that's a seed that's planted deeper in his brain because she had to get her personal opinions and thoughts out to get that chance of redemption for herself to tell Mark. So that moment was more about her and her relationship with her regrets than it was about Mark. But that's going to play a big part in where Mark goes in the future with his relationship with the present day Adam Eve. So I think that was a very cool kind of way that they did that, because who knows how long it would have taken had she not intervened in that moment to tell Mark how she felt. This episode had a lot of really good stuff, and I like seeing Omni-Man kind of finally verbalize how the actions at the end of season 1 made him feel, and his guilt about that. I like seeing the moment between Robot and Monster Girl. I also like seeing, just going back to them saving Mark in the desert, Monster Girl was in her monster form. She was not the little girl. And I want to say, I have a theory that's because Robot couldn't stop it. Rudy couldn't stop it. So she's cursed to stay in that form, because if she doesn't stay in that form, she's going to be a baby, which I think would be like a really cool, tragic kind of fate for that character. But I definitely enjoyed it overall. Like, I kind of agree with Greg, the fact that the first season felt like this contained the story that was open to larger things happening, like teasing for the future. But this definitely feels like a chapter into something larger to come, even though the Angstrom Levy stuff didn't feel, that felt contained within the season, or the arc within this season of him trying to not feel like his dad, to kind of confirming that with his actions, that he does have similarities to his father. And I'm look forward to see, now that he has gone to that point, where his character goes from this point on. I like seeing that there is this thing where we see what justice means to different characters. You know, what justice means to Cecil, what justice means to Mark. What Omni-Man feels is justice. He feels death for the things that he's caused is justice for him. Cecil feels like killing the bad guys is justice for the world. And just where everything comes up, what is justice to Mark now that he's crossed that line? I'm very curious to see what that comes of in the future. I think I got most of them for now. My thoughts. I said a lot of things.
That was 11 minutes.
Of me just talking?
Yeah.
Damn, son. Let's go. Let's go monologues. Let's go
Yeah.
Thoughts. Videos, baby.
Sure. It's a conversation, Aaron.
It is a conversation. Do you have anything to add to what I said?
I believe this happened last episode.
This did. Yeah, like you said your thing. I said my thing. But yeah, do you think that...
next time I'll say everything.
Okay.
And then I'll give you... I'll just talk for 12 minutes.
Oh my God.
Just to top you. And I'll be like, here you go, Aaron. Add on.
I don't know, do you agree or disagree with anything that I said?
I don't know. It's I zoned out after a while. Who can listen to someone talk straight for 11 straight minutes?
That's what YouTube videos are.
I know, when there's like two people on camera. I feel like you got to have like a little bit more of a back and forth, you know. That's why sometimes I was like talking to you a little bit when I was doing my thing. You know, like turn my attention to you, to include you in the conversation. But you know, not everyone's a professional like me.
I looked at you. I was like, hey, Greg, what's up?
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
You were looking at me. You didn't see me. You're looking at the ground, so you didn't see me talk to you.
Listening. I was trying to fall asleep.
You know what I say?
It's 11 minutes. 11 minutes of something. Points. Something about season 1.
I did talk about season 1.
Being good.
Yes. But, okay. So, something I do want to address, because I didn't say it fully. Now I'm talking to you. The part where it was the.
Now I'm talking to you.
Now I'm saying words.
Now I'm talking to you. Hey, you look at me when I'm talking to you.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you. Look at me.
Look at me, baby. I was gonna say I like the joke. Did you like the joke of?
I did.
Them going to the tomb, and what I was referencing is that when Omni-Man was training Mark in season 1, it's the cold opening is this guy going into this tomb, opening it, and that mummy comes out, and right as the mummy's about to leave the door, them flying over the desert closes the door shut, and we never go back to it again.
Yeah.
So it was just a reprisal of that joke.
Yeah, I think they reward their audience with paying attention to stuff. Yeah, it was nice. It was fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. I like the cold open of this a lot. I think that some of the reasons why you might prefer season 1 over season 2, or the exact reasons why I kind of prefer season 2, is maybe it's sure. I think I can totally see how one can find this one to not be as cohesive or focused. I think what this season did for me, I remember season 1 was kind of coming off in the zeitgeist of when like The Boys was also coming out, and two of those shows that this show, season 1 of Invincible and early, I don't know if it was season 1 or 2, but early era of Boys were both seen as like, oh, these adult comic book shows that have a similar thing of where you introduce a la Justice League, and then you pull back the curtain and go, leader of Justice League is bad. You know? And this is violent, and now we're going to deconstruct what this is. And I think especially Invincible did that in season 1. You know, its first episode just kind of feels like a DC animated movie.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's this ultra violent hard R at the very end. And that's kind of the point of it, is you would introducing this world. And I only really cared vehemently about like 2 people in season 1. It was like obviously Mark and Omni-Man, and then sort of the other people. I liked everyone. This season got me super invested in a plethora of our characters who have come back. I thought they drastically, even though Rex wasn't in this episode, Rex got me so hooked into him, and I love the evolution there. I love how everyone was dealing with consequences here of their evolutions, consequences of their choices, showing that post-growth that there will be true growing pains. Like Rex, as much as he, not Rex, Robot.
Rudy?
Yeah, Rudy. As much as Rudy evolved from season 1, he's so learning to be human. He's seen the consequences of that, of just learning how to be a basic human. You know, learn how to be a basic bitch. Learning how to be a basic human of just communication, you know, and immortal, confronting mortality via this. Again, in tune with identity. Adam Eve with this limitless skills of power. Right now, I think with season 1, they had to just sell the audience so much on what that show, this world is. And now they're building up for something much bigger, because before season 2 came out, they did Adam Eve.
Right.
Which was an entire special just dedicated to her, to show she's like so crazy powerful and she doesn't even know it. Like, she is so insanely powerful. And as they're traveling the multiverse and stuff, I think that what they want to do right now is they know they have a long period of time where they can kick it. They know that they can take these long breaks between the half of a season and people will still come in and people will still tune in, because that fan base is there waiting for it. And I think they've taken that to their advantage, like what they've done with Debie in this season. I was so worried they were going to kill her off. Yeah. Like when they got to this episode, when her life is in danger, I started just playing the rest of the season back in my head of the grief she was going through and going, oh, wait, were they giving us so much Debie focus because they were going to kill her off? No. No. Like my mind started churning because of that. Yeah. There was so many surprises, maybe not for comic book readers, but for like Omni-Man showing up and like, holy shit, he's had a change of heart. Like, what is going on here? You know, I thought this season was while they They left a lot that was, and I expected, like before we started filming the reaction, I think I said something in the intro of like, looking forward to seeing all the things that are just going to be not resolved till next season because you kind of just feel that. But I'd much rather have that than a show that feels this need to wrap everything up by the end of season 2 or put a like a nice bow tie on it, because I think that with the exploration, that's what I mean. I think it's the exploration that I've so been into. Just like I think the show is more mature than last season. So while there's not the wow, surprise, fresh factor of season 1, this season has been Donald. Who gave a shit about Donald in the first, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just like Cecil's number 2. He's some random guy. Sure, it was sad when he died, but then you're like, whoa, this is a whole story about existentialism with artificial. It's like, what is life when you are this? You know, I was so surprised by it. I dug this a lot, and it feels very malevolent and somber, and I think it knows how to toy with, like, the last season I think ended in a very simple way of, all right, Omni-Man left, Alan. It's kind of cool how both seasons end with Alan and like Alan and Mark, now Alan and Omni-Man. And it's like Alan's always the hope. Alan's the hope. Maybe he's the secret hero. I don't know. But what I really love is I lost my train of thought here. I lost my juice.
Got it. Got the juice. The Alan and Omni-Man are like kind of like a reversal of the last season, because it's like Omni-Man and Alan versus Mark and Alan in the last one. That's what you were saying.
Oh yeah, okay. The way how the season 1 ended was, all right, Mark, they got to prepare for Viltrumite War. Cool. Let's go, humans. What are you gonna do to prepare? There's other people in the galaxy. So it just seemed like it might just be some big recruiting session. And this didn't go all the direction of how most comic book properties would go. Yeah. And this season, because of the amount they set up with, we just keep calling him Optimus Prime, Thaddeus, with Thaddeus being a Viltrumite, with Alan and Omni-Man here, and the amount of other things they set up but didn't really resolve. You're like, I have no idea where it's gonna go. I love that. I love being in like just great unknown terrain while knowing that this show is going to still breathe and take its time to keep it grounded in its characters' emotions throughout. This is my favorite. This has to be my favorite comic book show right now, airing currently. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I watch like one of the other ones and I'm like, oh no, it's this one. You know, but this might be my favorite one. I think it is.
I think it's my favorite superhero show for sure. I think it captures that very well. What it means to be a hero, what it means to have justice, what it means to do right by the people in your life and by the world.
But I really like She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
The best one, clearly. Everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Yep. Every single episode, even the wedding one. Everybody loves it.
The wedding one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Also, we didn't talk about Spider-Man, dude. That was dope. That was so cool. What the fuck? Josh Keaton came back?
My mom was like, that can't be Spider-Man. I just didn't like believe even that the thwipping was happening. Like, no way they would do that.
They didn't name him.
But it's very obvious that the idea was to do that. But there must be some That's an Amazon. Aren't they producing like some Spider-Man show?
Yeah, they're doing Silk and they're doing the Spider-Man Noir.
Was it Spider-Man?
It was Josh Keaton voicing him. I know that voice anywhere. I've seen Spectacular Spider-Man so many times. It's my favorite Spider-Man show. I'm like, I know that voice. Plus, I think I did hear that he was voicing some character in the show, and as soon as he started talking, I'm like, yep, that's Keaton.
Let's look up what he looked like in Invincible comic. Also,
a little fun fact, he also voiced Spider-Man-like character in Young Justice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he was a villain, though. It's like Black Spider or something like that. You guys will correct me.
Okay, so he definitely just looked like regular Spider-Man in the comics.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that? What was the suit? Spider-Man. It was like an A symbol, right?
Yeah. Like Arachnid Kid or something like that. I feel like this is something they just made up for the show.
Yeah, it must be something they made up for the show. I'm trying to think if they like pulled an actual Spider-Man into here, because they do that. I mean, they straight up had. I guess they must have like a legal copyright team that looks in and goes, "What can we say?" Like with the Batman joke, to go, "You're man just like a bat, and you call yourself that, kind of lazy." but like we just can't show him, and we can't call him Batman.
All right, they just showed the rippled cape in the corner of him being in a dark city.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I like that they did that. I thought that was very cool that we got to see a little glimpse of that. I would like to see that character come back more.
But he was straight up just Spider-Man.
He was wholly Spider-Man.
Flipping and everything.
He had the webs on him. He had the goggles.
He was straight up just Spider-Man. Yeah. And Robert Kirkman recently was saying, like, don't expect the Spider-Man cameo. That's not me teasing something. Like, don't expect it. And maybe I fell for that. But no, he'll like
that technically wasn't Spider-Man.
But it's so it's like
it's very
like
much
Spider-Man would be
but name.
suing me him for doing everything but changing the letter, getting Josh Keaton.
Change the letter that he has goggles. He has like some webbings. I liked his suit. I thought the suit was really cool. They didn't name him.
Can you imagine they get actual Spider-Man there?
Oh, that'd be so cool. I would have lost my shit if it was actually Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, man. I give this a 10 out of 10 just because of Anissa.
That's great. She wasn't even in this one.
Well, the season as a whole, I mean, it's the best season ever.
If I give hot, very hot.
Very hot.
If I give season 1 10 out of 10, I'll say this was a 9 out of 10.
And let's take a bite out of that Viltrumite. You know what I'm saying?
Viltrumite booty.
Yeah, that rhymes.
Yep, 100%.
Viltra booty.
Viltras.
People are like, quit sexualizing her. She's a cartoon. Played by a 50-year-old woman.
Was she really?
I have no idea. I'd rather not look it up.
Nope. Knowledge we don't need.
I like to imagine the real life Anissa. Looks exactly like her Viltrumite counter. Animated and all.
She lives in my dreams. She's my muscle mommy.
I joined the Viltrum Empire for her, plain and simple.
Yeah, you want her to squash in your head like she did Mark at the end, huh?
Yeah.
You like squish me.
Well, she wouldn't do that because I'd be listening to orders.
Right. Maybe her little pet.
Happy man, happy wife, happy life. That's what I say.
Her little human pet boy.
I gotta be with her.
You'd be with her. That's right. I'm happy for you guys.
Someone's talking in the theater. Go kill that person. I'm just gonna shut up. Finally watch Oppenheimer in peace. You know what I mean? It's my dream.
Ooh.
All right, I think we're done.
I think we did it.
Counted as 90 minutes today, Aaron. See you guys. Thank you for being here.